Bridget A. from Drunk Dog Creative, and I've got a very special unboxing for you today. On the 5th of September, 2025, our brand new Stampin' Up! September to December mini catalog goes live for ordering for customers, as do some wonderful new additions to the online exclusives category on the Stampin' Up! Website. Well, I've had a box arrive this morning with just a couple of goodies from that catalog, the online exclusives, and some existing products. And I'm so excited to share it with you because this mini catalog is really exciting to me. Now, I'm going to make a confession. I've already filmed the entire unboxing, all of it, all my excitement, all my first look at the new products, and I completely forgot to turn on the overhead camera. Hugo, my dog, brought me his ball to throw, and I got distracted, and I threw it, and I sat down, and I went through the whole box, and then I finished and got up and discovered that in throwing the ball, I had forgotten to turn the camera on. Now, I love my dogs more than I love my Stampin' Up!, and that's saying a lot. So, my fault entirely. But the items in this box are still so good. I'm going to go through this all over again for your sake, because you deserve a sneak peek at what's coming. Now, there are a lot more products than I've ordered. Times are tough, so I have to be strong with myself. One of the reasons I love being an independent demonstrator is that I get a discount on everything I order, and I get early access to all the new cool stuff coming out. A lot of us are what we call hobby demonstrators. I have a day job. I'm a professor by day and a university administrator, which is why I do these tutorials, because I'm a teacher at heart. And I love to share what I learn and what I create to help others learn. I really only joined originally for the personal discount because they're great value products and it was a chance to save money. Well, I've stayed in for I think 3 years now. Not sure, I've lost track. Because it's just easy. Now, I have picked up some customers, which is awesome. But when I make any profit at my crafty endeavors, including crochet and Stampin' Up!, I do donate quite a bit of it to Dogs and Rescue Australia, which is a cause close to my heart. I've gotten dogs from there, including my current Hugo, he of the throwing the ball, which caused me to forget to turn on my camera. 2 of my 3 are adoptions. I got my very first one from them, so I've been supporting them for many years. So anyways, I'm off the track as usual. If you want to join, shoot me a message or have a look at drunkdogcreative.com to the join my team, or shoot me a message. It's a great idea. And then you get early access. All right, enough said. Let's have a look at some of these products. I'm so excited. All right, so we're going to pretend I'm opening this for the first time. The first thing that arrived is the mini catalog. And all I'm allowed to show you is this front page. I can't show you what's inside until the 5th of September. At that point, I will put a digital version of this on drunkdogcreative.com. But if you want a hard copy version of it, shoot me a message and I'll see if I can get one out to you. Oh my goodness. So much good stuff for the holidays in here. So that's it. That's our mini catalog. Let's have a look at what else is in the box. I bought some shiny red ribbon because it turned out I don't have any red ribbon. So this is real red. And it's, I think, 1.3 centimeters, which is probably 1/2 inch wide. Anyways, neither here nor there. Now, there was a suite of autumn flavored, oh my goodness, I must be getting hungry, autumn themed papers and whatnot. The suite is called Gathering Together. Now, I'm in Australia. We all know that. We don't do Thanksgiving in Australia because it's a very American holiday. But I grew up in the States and I have family and friends there, including grandkids, so I do Thanksgiving cards. So I'm always grateful that Stampin' Up! Still bring out autumn-themed things, even though right here now it's winter and we'll be heading into spring next month. So I didn't buy the whole suite. I just bought 3 things out of it. And one is this really interesting ribbon that is like an open weave or irregular weave trim. I just thought that was really cool. I also bought a pack of the Gathering Together DSP. The colors are Basic Beige, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Early Espresso, Old Olive, and Champagne Foil. So these are matte on one side, foiled on the other. There's 2 pages of each. I hope you can see this. I'll pull them out 2 by 2. This is the beautiful autumn foiled. So if you're in Australia, these are great for when we head into autumn for cards. They don't have to be Thanksgiving cards like I'm going to make them into. They're also just fabulous patterns and colors if you're using that sort of warm color scheme. And then that's the more subtle side that's foiled on this one. How beautiful. You know, plaids are useful all year round for anything. So that's the foiled side, and that's gorgeous Early Espresso, slightly patterned. I love that. These beautiful leaves. So very useful for any occasion, but I'll be using it for Thanksgiving. And then the plain side, these beautiful Old Olive stripes, and that Early Espresso back, and the Cajun Craze leaves with the foiled leaves. Oh, it's just gorgeous paper. I'm so excited to make cards out of that. And of course, when I start making cards with these things, I will share them with you and do tutorials on them. This is another thing that came with that suite, and I will take it out of here. This is labeled brown. It's earth-toned metallic paper. So it is brown, kind of bronzy. There's 3 sheets of that. I always like a little bit of bling. So I thought that would be lovely. All right, now this thing in here is a suite that I did buy. And I'm gonna go through it with you because it's pretty amazing. When I first saw it in the catalog, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Black, white, and gold for Christmas. I see how it can work. And I do Christmas cards with unusual color combinations. Like last year, I used Blackberry Bliss with Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, and Basic Beige. And they were beautiful, not your traditional Christmas colors. So I have pushed myself outside of red and green. But black, white, and gold to me, while I love the colors, I wear black and white almost all the time, it didn't immediately scream Christmas until I saw some examples of the types of things that were made with it. And then I went, okay, I was going to buy this amazing suite called Aurora, which you're going to have to see. I will get it at some point, but I had to make a judgment call, and I bought the Modern Christmas Suite instead. So let me show you. Let me start with the Stampin' die set and then get to the really interesting things. So the stamp is the red rubber that you see here. And of course you take that bit off and layer it on here so that you have a label on it. Merry Christmas, 'tis the season, be jolly, trees, strings, star, wishing you peace and joy. Great sentiments for Christmas cards. Then you have the die set. Now, these can be purchased. So whenever we have a suite, you can buy the whole suite. You can buy the Stampin' die set as a standalone bundle. You can buy the Stampin' die set separately, and you can buy every element of the suite separately. But getting it all as a suite saves you money if you're going to use all of it. So let's go to the paper first, the suite paper, and then I'll get to the other papers. What I really love about this one is, well, some of the pages are, let me just close this so I can hold this up to the camera better. Some of the pages are definitely Christmas and you need to use them for Christmas, but some are usable for anything all year round, which means if you don't use all of the DSP, you will be able to use it later on. So again, one side is foiled. Beautiful Christmas stars. One side is not foiled. And the reason I haven't showed you the dies yet, I'll come back to them in a minute. I want to get through the paper first for a reason. There's 2 sheets of each. This has the squiggly lines on one side and the beautiful kind of tiled effect with the foil on the other side. This next couple is, again, black and white, and then black, white, and gold. can you see how some of these are definitely Christmas, la 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 la, whereas some can be all year round. So mistletoe, that lovely plaid. Oh, how gorgeous is that? Love that. Polka dots, Christmas trees. Oh, and there's the missing piece of the other one. Okay, so the reason I wanted to show you the paper before the dies is because sometimes Stampin' Up! Dies will also cut out the corresponding DSP. And I think this one is one of those. So if I look at this, I've got these interesting little star die. There's 2 of them. And I suspect that they will cut out that. If you look at the shape, they're very similar. So I suspect these dies will cut those stars out, and that this star die will cut out bits with the other star in the middle, and will cut, hope you can see this, we'll cut that star out as well. So sometimes the dies coordinate with the DSP, and I think that's what's happened here. I'm trying to see if there's others that might be the case of, just off the top of my head, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's just that starry page, but that's kind of a cool feature. The other thing I love about the die set is that they coordinate with another part of the suite to do something a little unusual. So let's unbox again. This is the linen thread that comes with it, which is like the very vanilla or like beige off-white with gold and black with gold. Black and white and gold. Okay, black and white and gold. Baker's twine. This is the most interesting part of the suite to me, and what put me over the edge for getting it is these gold metal hoops. And I can tell I'm going to have to order more of these. If you saw the quick flash of the photo that I put up, you would have seen how some of these were used. So yes, you can use it on, you know, the front of the card with something in it as a decorative piece, like a metal wreath sort of thing. But you can also use it with using the circle die to cut out a circle that hangs from the rim that has like the trees on it. Or, you know, you can fussy cut out this trio of trees, put it on some sort of background cut up by that circle, and hang it from the ornament. I'll do it this way. Hang it from the ornament so it hangs in the middle. You can do the same with this this die, which is like a bauble, or this die, which is a star. These, I don't know if you know, or with the trees. If you know the, you know how ornaments have that little metal cap on the top that you use to hang them with? Well, that's what this die is. It creates that kind of metal cap on the top of these if you want to use it. But you can make this as a Christmas gift where you have a design made with the suite hanging from this, and then another string so that this hangs from the tree or from a hook somewhere. I think what I'm going to do is make that hanging ornament idea, but also use it as the card front so that they can read the card and then remove it and hang it from the tree or the mantle. So the suite comes with 10 of these. I can tell you right now, I'm going to have to order more packs. I suspect this suite will be one that sells out really quickly. So highly recommend, if you're interested in that kind of modern look, that you grab that one when it goes on sale on the 5th of September. All right, so that's that suite. I have another suite to show you, but I'm going to do it at the end. I'm going to very quickly go through some cardstock packs I bought, and I'm going to remove this box. Now, Stampin' Up! Are now carrying scrapbooking products because Close to My Heart had to close due to the ill health of the owners, and Stampin' Up! Reached out and gave their demonstrators a new home and are bringing in scrapbooking things that are coordinating quite beautifully with card making. Now, I've not been a scrapbooker, but I've started, and I did a quick demonstration of a scrapbooking workshop kit on my blog and YouTube, so have a look for that at drunkdogcreative.com. I'm new to it, so I tried to do a couple layouts on my own that I really wasn't happy with, so I bought the kit that really helped me. I had to vary from the directions a bit because I had more photos and photos of different sizes, but that's fine. But I decided I needed some 12 by 12 inch cardstock for scrapbooking, and I wanted it to be Stampin' Up because the quality is really good and it coordinates with all the other designer series papers I have in my stash with my stamp sets. And what they're doing now is they have card making suites, but then they also have a scrapbooking workshop kit and some add-on stamps and things that all go together. So you can use it for card making or scrapbooking, or you could buy an extra stamp set that's just for scrapbooking. Like, they all coordinate together. So they've now got two-tone cardstock in every color of the Stampin' Up range, which is 40 of your color families, 8 in your in colors, the 24 to 26 and 25 to 27 in colors. And of course your basic black, basic white, very vanilla, and white willow. I can't afford to buy like 40 something packs of paper. I don't know who can, even with the discount. So along with their scrapbooking workshop kits, they also sell the DSP that's in it separately and separate packs of the plain cardstock, the two-tone cardstock that's in it separately. So if you want to go your own way and not use the kit, you can get it separately. So I bought a couple of these packs to give me a range of colors to play with that already coordinate with all the products I already have, with DSPs, designer series paper for those of you who are new, with stamps and things that I already had. And I thought that was a better way to get a range. So I bought 3, probably 4 different color packs, and I just want to show them to you briefly as I separate them and just show what the two-tone cardstock is like and why it's a little different. So this pack is called, and I do have to read it, the Memories in Bloom two-tone cardstock. Darling Duckling, Granny Apple Green, Petunia Pop, Secret Sea, Summer Splash, and Timid Tiger. So as you can see, each of the 12 by 12 inch has 2 sides. There is a lighter side and a darker side, same color, different shades, just like our Stampin' Blend markers come in a light and dark. So you can use whichever side you want, but also if you tear it, which I'm not going to do, you get, it has a white core, so you get like that white edge to give that distressed look. You can sand it to reveal some of that white. So there are different techniques you can do with the two-tone cardstock, which is pretty cool. So just looking at some of these colors, you know, that's the Memories in Bloom pack. Just trying to keep these packs a little bit separate so that before I put them away. This next pack is the Celebrate Together two-tone cardstock, and again, a whole bunch of different colors that coordinate together. And this one is the Meant to Be two-tone cardstock. And again, I've just bought the cardstock so that I'd have a supply of different colors without having to buy whole packs of one color. There are whole kits that coordinate with that you can buy instead of buying the separate cardstock or with it. They're all, those ones are all live now. They're all available now at bridgeta.stampinup.net if you're in Australia. And so that was a really good way for me to start exploring scrapbooking. Now, I've left the last set of that cardstock to last because I want to show you another suite. This is the Peaceful Garden suite. It will go live on the 5th of September, along with the Peaceful Garden scrapbook workshopping kit and all the individual pieces that are add-ons. So I got it really early. As an independent demonstrator, I qualified for a special online card making day to learn how to make some cards with this suite. And I've been holding off until now to show all of those projects because I wanted to wait till closer to when it was available. I'm also really loving it for scrapbooking, and I'm loving the colors in it. So I did buy separately just now and this is not available till 5th of September, a paper pack of the two-tone 12 by 12 cardstock. So the colors in this suite are Cloud Cover, Crumb Cake, Misty Moonlight, Pecan Pie, Secret Sea, and White Willow. I want to scrapbook with it, but I'm also going to use it heavily for Christmas cards. Now let me open up my box of the actual suite. Now I keep seasonal things in these plastic boxes to keep it all together. So let's start with the stamp set. It's not just for Christmas. There are great stamps for completely other things. So Peace, Love, and Joy, and Peace on Earth. Well, that's obviously Christmas. That can be used for Christmas or anything. But, you know, sending love, sending heartfelt prayers, sending big hugs for a good friend. There are wishing you peace, love. So there are stamps that can be used together, one on the front, one on the inside together, but they're for all different things. I really need more stuff for sympathy cards. I don't have much for that, and that's one of the things that drew me to this. I just think this is a great stamp set. It's the see-through one so that you can place it really appropriately. This is the die set that coordinates with it, that comes as part of the suite or the bundles. So you've got your doves, which are Christmas, your Christmas stars. You've got your olive branch and olive leaves, but they can be used for anything. You've got some little envelopes, which I think are really cool, and a couple of frames or tags for sentiments, which is really useful. And I'll come back to that sentiment frame in a minute, because you also get with it this embossing folder. It's called Peaceful Greenery. It's a 3D embossing folder. It's beautiful. It turns out really nice, but those dies fit right in here. So you can emboss something and then stamp a sentiment, cut it with the die, and drop it straight in, and it'll fit. I think that's really cool. There's also these beautiful little floral adhesive embellishments that match it, and this gorgeous silver and Misty Moonlight ribbon, which I love it. And I've got a couple projects to show you that I've made with it as part of that class. This is the designer series paper that comes with it. Again, double-sided, and again, not just Christmas. Like, okay, that is, but other papers can be used all year round for all different things. And I think that's one of the clever things about Stampin' Up's Christmas stuff is a number of the suites are not just Christmas. They can be used for different times of year. It also comes with glittery paper. Now, I'm a big fan of glitter paper. I love the stuff. I love a bit of bling. There's a few different colors. I think I'm missing one somewhere. Yep, there it is. Let me grab that. Oh, missing two. Sorry, I've already been using this, so I've got bits and pieces everywhere. I think this is a beautifully designed suite, but let me show you some of the projects I made as part of that class. Now that this is going to be released to buy for the public on the 5th of September, I'll do some of these as tutorials. They're not my own designs, but they're Stampin' Up's designs that I learned in the class, and some of them I will do a tutorial to teach you. Beautiful sympathy card using the tearaway edges, using those branches, some embellishments. I think that's quite lovely. This was another one done as part of the class. What I think is really cool about this is there's like this little tab that's like another secret message inside that you can write something on using those tags. I think that's a really cool feature. This one, we made the envelope as well as the card, and I love the design of this card for Christmas. It's got that beautiful ribbon, the part of the embossing, not the whole thing. So sometimes you don't need all of the tag or all of the embossing, but you undo this ribbon and you lift this up and this down. And I just think that's a really neat little card design. So I'm planning to make a few of those, and it comes with a matching envelope, which I'll include in the tutorial over the next couple of weeks. And the last thing was this little box, like a little treat box. Now, a couple of years ago, I started making an Advent box or countdown box for my grandchildren in the US, where I would put in a little handmade like pillow satchel or little box, some Australian chocolate and lollies, and in some of them I'd have some American money, which I got from the travel exchange. And I'd put it all in a big box and they'd open it every day. And I did an adult one for the adults, with, you know, messages of love for the season, and then some money or some gift certificates. So yeah, this was a little treat box, which you untie there. It's all decorated, and then it opens like this. How cool is that? So I'll do a tutorial on that. These were designed by Stampin' Up people and taught to us demonstrators. This, I think, is a beautiful suite. Very more traditional, even though it's in the blues, but it's not just Christmas. It can be used for all occasions. So I think that's everything that was in the box. New catalog coming out, digital copy available at drunkdogcreative.com on 5th of September. If you're in Australia and you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to help you. You can shop at bridgeta.stampinup.net. If you want to learn about being a demonstrator, shoot me a message or go to my website, and there's some information there. It's great if you want the discount. The best thing is, when you get your starter kit, you get to choose the products in it, whatever you want. It's not a set kit that they impose on you of stuff you may or may not use. Really worthwhile. Anyways, I'm very excited about some of the other products that I don't have to show you, but will be available 5th of September. Have a great day, happy crafting, and take care. Bye.